On a time, in a bustling Nigerian town, there lived a couple named Adewale and Funmilayo. They were a joyful couple with dreams of building a happy family. After their marriage, however, they were not blessed with a child right away. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. 5 long years passed, and still their prayer for a child remained unanswered. Funmilayo endured endless ridicule from society. Gossip followed her wherever she went, and people whispered hurtful words like barren woman and unfit wife. Women in her church offered unsolicited advice, ranging from drinking herbal concoction to embarking on questionable rituals. Doctors, too, were unable to provide consistent answers, with each visit yielding different diagnoses. I almost ended my life, Adewale. Funmilayo once confided in her husband during one of their most challenging days. Do you remember what that woman said to me at the market? She called me a man because I couldn't bear children for you. It broke me. Adewale held her tightly and reassured her. Don't mind them, Fumi. They don't know what God has in store for us. I married you because I love you, not because of anyone else's expectations. Despite their trials, the couples held on to their faith. They prayed fervently, believing that one day their prayers would be answered. And then, when the least expected it, a miracle happened. Funmilayo became pregnant. Their joy was boundless. When their daughter was born, they named her Temidayo, meaning my joy has come. Temidayo grew to become the light of their lives. Her laughter filled their home, and her presence healed years of pain and heartbreak. The couple cherished every moment with her, often gazing at her in wonder and gratitude. One beautiful evening, as the family lay in bed, Temidayo nestled between her parents. Adewale couldn't stop smiling as he watched his daughter sleep peacefully. Tell me, Adewale, Funmilayo said, gently nudging him. What's the reason for this smile tonight? Adewale turned to her, his eyes glistening with emotion. Who would have thought we would ever be parents? Fumi, do you remember all we went through before this little angel came into our lives? Fumilayo's expression softened. I remember everything, she said, her voice breaking. How could I forget? I was mocked for years. People whispered behind my back, calling me barren. Some even said I didn't deserve to be a wife. Do you know how many nights I cried myself to sleep? And yet, here we are. Tears rolled down her cheeks as she continued. Temidayo is a miracle. Adewale, she is a joy. She is, Adewale agreed, wrapping an arm around his wife, and will always thank God for her. She'll be 7 next week. Can you believe it? Our daughter is almost 7. They both smiled, staring at their daughter. After a while, Adewale turned off the lights and they all drifted off to sleep. The following day was a busy one for Adewale. His workload piled up unexpectedly, and he became so engrossed in his tasks that he almost lost track of time. It wasn't until his phone buzzed with a call from Funmilayo and he realized he hadn't picked up Temidayo from school. Adewale, Funmilayo said, panic evident in her voice. It's almost an hour past dismissal. Where is Temidayo? Adewale had sank. Oh no, Fumi. I completely lost track of time. Please, can you go and get her? I'm still swamped here at work. Without wasting a moment, Funmilayo rushed out of the office. The sun blazed mercilessly as she hurried to the bus stop. Midway through her journey, traffic brought her bus to a standstill. Frustrated, she decided to get off and find a bike. As she searched for a rider, she realized with horror that she had left her purse containing her phone and money in the bus she had just exited. Oh no, what do I do now? She murmured in despair. After a moment of hesitation, she decided to directly head to the school, hoping Temidayo would still be there. Meanwhile, at school, Temidayo had been waiting for hours. One by one, her classmates were picked up by their parents or older sibling. She sat alone under a tree, clutching her lunchbox. Hunger gnawed at her. She hadn't eaten much because she didn't like the food her mother had packed. Maybe daddy forgot about me, she muttered. Finally, tired of waiting, she decided to walk home by herself. She had only gone a short distance when her lunchbox slipped from her hand and rolled onto the road. As she dashed to retrieve it, a car came speeding towards her. The driver, Mr. Olumide, was engrossed in a phone call and didn't see her until it was too late. He slammed on the brakes, but the car hit Temidayo with a